Good morning, Walnut Creek, and welcome to this edition of Wake Up Walnut. I'm Erin Callahan.
And I'm Owen Gilroy, and we're here to help you start your day off right.
Today is National Lego Day.
Did you know that Lego minifigures are the largest population in the world? There are over 4 billion of them worldwide.
Dang, that's a lot of minifigures.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mark your calendars. February 23rd is Picture Day.
TikTok 8th graders, time to apply for honors college applications are due to Mrs. Takara by February 18th.
Box Tops helps fund extra supplies for our school. Time to fill up those box top bins.
Very important announcement for spring athletes. Registration for PIAA sports is officially open. Please go to www.mcdowelltrojans.com and click on the Sports Registration tab. Registration is due by February 22nd, and the spring season begins March 8th.
Step 2 of making sure that you are ready for this spring season is to have an upgraded physical. Allegheny Health Network is offering spring sports physical for only $15 on February 13th at the Pavilion Medical Center. Make sure that you let your parents know.
The boys and girls lacrosse team were very excited to have so many players show up last week, but there is still room for more. Practice is every Friday from 5:30 to 6:30 at the Erie Bank Sports Park Golf Dome. This is the perfect time to try a new sport. Please email Mrs. Bischoff or stop by her room on Team 071 so that she can have extra equipment available for you to borrow. 4th through 8th graders, boys and girls, are welcome.
Now to Maggie Dunmeyer with today's This Day segment.
At 11:38 a.m. on January 28, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger lifts off from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and Krista McAuliffe is on her way to becoming the first ordinary U.S. civilian to travel to space. McAuliffe, a high school social studies teacher from New Hampshire, won a competition that earned her a place among the crew of the Challenger. After months of training and days of waiting, on January 28th, the shuttle lifted off. 73 seconds later, hundreds on the ground, including Krista's family, stared in disbelief as the shuttle broke up in a plume of smoke and fire. Millions more watched the wrenching tragedy unfold on live television. There were no survivors.
Engines throttling up, 3 engines now at 104%.
Challenger, go at throttle up.
Challenger, go at throttle up. 1 minute, 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
For many people, the Challenger explosion was a watershed moment in their lives. Let's hear from the Walnut Creek teachers where they were when the Challenger exploded.
Okay, so where was I when the Challenger blew up? What I'm going to share is nothing spectacular, but the point is you just remember where you were when something like that happened. I was a sophomore at Behrend. I was sitting in an English class, and our professor had mentioned that it happened. When class was over, 2 friends and I walked over to another building where there was a big screen TV and a lounge for students, and I just remember seeing the video of what had happened, and everybody was just in shock.
So I was a college student at the time at Slippery Rock University. I was in my last year of my college career as an undergrad student, and I had just came into the cafeteria for lunch, and some of my friends who had not been in a class before that had come in and told me about the Challenger disaster. So the rest of the day it was kind of like in between classes, everybody was going to their dorm rooms and turning on their TVs to watch the coverage of what was going on, and it was a pretty devastating day for all the teacher majors.
I remember I was in college at the time, and I was actually pledging fraternity, and it was my initiation week, and I was in the fraternity house down in the basement, and some of the brothers in the fraternity came from upstairs and said we could come up and watch what had just happened, because we were really not allowed to watch television during the initiation week. So we came up, and it was never so quiet in the fraternity house as we sat there and watched the explosion in just complete awe, and it was just a horrible moment in time.
I have heard about the Challenger explosion before, but I really didn't know what happened.
Seems like it was a sad day for NASA and the entire country.
May they always be remembered for their sacrifice.
That's it for us, Walnut Creek. We'll leave you with this unique geological find.
A rock recently discovered in Brazil could fetch more than $10,000 because it bears an uncanny resemblance to Sesame Street's Cookie Monster, according to reports.